May the words of my mouth and the meditation of our hearts be acceptable to you, O Lord, our rock and redeemer. Now, I'm sure you'll agree that we have a God who delights in difference and diversity. Consider every snowflake. It has a unique structure. Each one of the billions of people on this earth, each has a unique fingerprint and a unique personality. Yet, as a trained social scientist, a soon-to-be retired economics teacher, I feel this urge to group individuals together in clusters where those people share the same characteristics, so better to model and predict their behavior. And you know how good we economists are at predicting future events. For example, our family is currently having great fun completing the Myers-Briggs personality test, which divides all of humanity into 16 broad groups. I am an ENTJ. I am classified as a commander. Commanders are good at making decisions, often for other people. However, in commanders, their emotional intelligence skills are usually underdeveloped. Oh well. Fellow ENTJs include Margaret Thatcher and Napoleon. Now, the good news is that my wife has also done this test, and she fits in the group alongside types like Mother Teresa. So I would argue we have a balanced household. How is membership of this particular personality group determined? Well, if you've ever taken one of these Myers-Briggs personality tests, you get 70 or so questions. Here's just one. What is more important, justice or mercy? One or the other, irrespective of context. Wow. Can I just pause and invite you to consider your own answer? What is more important, justice or mercy? Well, back in the day when I took the test, I agonized because both are equally important. But in the end, you could only opt for one, so I opted for justice. What if one of the test questions had been, what is more important, listening or doing? Or, put another way, which do you relate to more, Mary the listener or Martha the doer? What do we know about Mary and Martha? Well, they lived in Bethany, a village a few miles from Jerusalem, in a small family unit. The elder sister is Martha, and the brother is Lazarus, who Jesus famously later brings back from the dead. Importantly, Mary, Martha, and Lazarus and Jesus were close friends. We read in John 11, chapter 5, Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. The Lord clearly enjoyed being with them. He found the close friendship, the conversations refreshing, and he often visited, enjoying shelter, meals, and companies. What did I notice in this passage, particularly about Martha? Well, for me, Martha is the one who takes action, who invites Jesus in. Martha is the one who takes action and does the heavy lifting involved in hosting. Pause and think, how much effort would you put into hosting a meal with Jesus? And as she toils with the preparations for her house guests, her younger sister Mary contributes nothing. And so Martha gets somewhat annoyed with Mary for not pulling her weight. And because Martha is a decisive action taker, she asked Jesus directly and with complete openness and honesty, Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to do all the work by myself? Tell her then to help me. Notice Martha is also quite good at making decisions for other people. So let me ask again, what is more important, listening like Mary or doing like Martha? For energetic, active doers like me, I feel deeply uncomfortable just being. Before Sue and I got married, I would never go on holiday. Why would you just sit on a beach doing nothing when there's so much that can be done? As a Christian, why would you sit still when there's so much to be done in the world to advance God's kingdom? But beers, listeners, quietly point out that what is the point of doing if you do not take time out to be with and to listen and to discern God's will so you know what it is you should be doing? Note that Jesus does not condemn Martha for trying to be a good hostess. Rather, he tells her that the problem is that she's becoming anxious and troubled over these things. She's lost her perspective of why she is serving in the first place. She wanted to do something nice to help out, to be an encouragement, and to help Jesus and his followers. But she lost sight of her mission. And it would appear that what she wants to be seen in the world is as a wonderful, competent hostess. In a way, it can be argued that listening and doing is a false dichotomy. Listening and doing are not mutually exclusive alternatives, but complements. The challenge in a busy 21st century lifestyle, where it is all too easy to drown in the noise of long hours to work to earn a living and the 24/7 distractions of social media. The challenge is to find time to be still and to listen and to hear that quiet voice of God, so we know what we can do better in the future. The challenge is to find balance. Okay. The trouble with doing all the time is to become like a whirling top. We end up giddy and distracted and disorientated. I want to end my talk with some good news for those anxious overdoers out there, like me. The good news is there's a way to get back on track. When I was reading up on Black Lives Matters, I came across a site called Black Lives Matters Education. It has a 3-word tagline, which has really impacted on me. Can I share that tagline? Listen, learn, act. Listen, learn, act. And I think our prayer is this: Lord, help us to stop, to listen, to then learn, and then know how to act, so that we can choose the better part and advance your kingdom in this place. Amen.